The Black Company, the taking of names. The world of the Black Company exists in the long twilight of empires, where sorcerers have transcended mortality to become living weapons. Across blasted battlefields and ruined cities, mercenaries witness magic wielded by beings who have sacrificed their humanity for power, measured in centuries. This harsh landscape serves as both backdrop and metaphor for magic's corrupting influence. At its core, the magic system revolves around the concept of taking, a ritual where one sorcerer consumes another's name, essence, and power through horrific domination. The Dominator, Soulcatcher, Limper, these are not merely titles, but terrible transformations of identity. Those with true names hidden grow powerful, while those whose names are known become vulnerable. The most terrifying practitioners become something less and more than human, their bodies decaying while their consciousness endures. This magic represents the ultimate corruption of identity, how power consumes personhood until nothing remains but ambition. Those who wield magic become hollow vessels filled with stolen lives, their original selves buried beneath layers of atrocity. In the end, all names are merely shadows, waiting to be claimed by forces that remember long after humans forget. Malazan Book of the Fallen, The Warrens' Terrible Price. The Malazan universe sprawls across countless continents and dimensions, where civilization exists as brief candles burning between apocalypses. Elder gods, ascendants, and mortals vie for power across a tapestry of fallen empires and buried histories where magic scarred the world so deeply that reality itself has fractured. In this broken landscape, entities feed on worship and sacrifice, while civilizations rise from and return to dust. Magic flows from warrens, pocket dimensions corresponding to aspects of existence that mages access by tearing holes in reality. Each warren represents a fragment of a dismembered god, leaking power into creation through wounds that never heal. Using magic means channeling this pain through your own body and mind. Prolonged exposure physically transforms practitioners, skin cracking with glowing sigils, blood crystallizing into shards. Some warrens devour their users from within, others drive them to madness. This system embodies the horror of unintended consequences, how power demands sacrifice across generations. Magic in the Malazan world is fundamentally a form of suffering transferred, where someone always pays the price, whether the caster or innocent bystanders caught in cosmic machinery. Power flows like blood from wounds, and those who drink too deeply become vessels for forces that care. Broken Empire Trilogy, The Tainted Light of Builders. The Broken Empire exists in a post-apocalyptic Europe where technological civilization collapsed, leaving radiation-twisted landscapes populated by feudal kingdoms. Beneath medieval warfare and politics lies the truth. This world is Earth 1,000 years after nuclear devastation, where radiation and quantum effects have altered reality itself. Ancient technology appears as magic to a regressed humanity, while actual supernatural forces have awakened in the chaos. Magic manifests primarily through necromancy and manipulation of builder technology, remnants of advanced quantum computers and nuclear power that fractured reality. Those born in places where radiation and dimensional boundaries weakened can manipulate these forces through sheer will. Prince Jorg and necromancers like him can command the dead by touching the quantum spaces between life and death. Using this power physically corrupts, leaving black veins crawling beneath the skin and rotting flesh. This magic system represents humanity's self-destruction, how our greatest achievements become our undoing when divorced from morality. The power comes directly from humanity's apocalyptic hubris, a poisoned inheritance that continues to corrupt generations born long after the catastrophe. Kingkiller Chronicle, The Binding of Broken Things. The world of the Kingkiller Chronicle presents a veneer of fairy tale beauty hiding predatory truth. While the university teaches domesticated magic to students in comfortable halls, true power lurks in ancient forests where the Fae walk, and in the secret names of things that mortals were never meant to speak. This world exists as layers of reality folded upon each other, where stories and music possess tangible power. Magic divides into systems representing escalating danger and corrupting influence. Sympathy binds objects together through invisible connections, demanding physical energy from the user. Sigaldry permanently inscribes these sympathetic bindings into objects. Naming, however, reveals magic at its most primal. Speaking the true names of things grants absolute control over them at terrible cost. Those who speak fire's name risk burning from within. Those who name the wind might be carried away. This system embodies the horror of knowledge that humans shouldn't possess, how understanding reality's true nature drives one to madness or transformation into something no longer human. The most powerful practitioners become more concept than person, their humanity sacrificed for terrible understanding. To know a thing completely is to destroy yourself in the knowing, being human while no longer belonging to humanity. Wheel of Time, the tainted well of souls. The world of the Wheel of Time unfolds across an eternal cycle of ages where the same souls are reborn to fight the same battles against the Dark One, who seeks to break the wheel itself. In this cyclical existence, civilization rises, falls, and rises again, while the fight between light and shadow continues across millennia. The ruins of impossibly advanced ages litter a world that has fallen into a medieval existence, but retains deep connections to a cosmic power source. Magic flows from the true source, the driving force of creation divided into male, Sidon, and female, Sidar halves. While women channel safely, the Dark One tainted Sidyan during the breaking of the world. Men who channel inevitably go mad in horrifying ways, hearing voices, suffering paranoid delusions, or losing control of their devastating power. Their bodies decay while still living, with some developing grotesque mutations. The more power they channel, the faster insanity claims them. This system represents the horror of inevitable corruption, how even the noblest intentions cannot overcome a fundamental poisoning of the soul. Male channelers face a terrible choice: deny their essential nature or embrace a power that will transform them into agents of destruction. Those who touch divinity must prepare for divinity to touch them in return. Dresden Files, the soul as currency. The Dresden Files presents a modern Chicago where supernatural predators stalk the shadows between skyscrapers. Beneath everyday reality, vampire courts, fey nobles, and fallen angels play long games with mortal lives as currency. Wizards navigate this hidden world, wielding power that sets them apart from humanity while binding them to ancient laws and older entities, waiting hungrily at reality's edges. Magic flows directly from the practitioner's life force and belief, each spell literally powered by the wizard's own soul. The more they use magic, the more it shapes them physically and mentally, extending their lives while making them increasingly inhuman. Breaking magical laws like mind control or necromancy corrupts the practitioner, leaving indelible black stains on their soul visible to other wizards. The most terrible power comes through hellfire and soulfire, literally burning pieces of your soul for power. This system embodies the horror of compromise, how small ethical concessions for power accumulate until the practitioner becomes unrecognizable to their former self. Each decision to use darker magic erodes humanity incrementally until crossing lines becomes natural, even necessary. With each spell, wizards carve their intentions into reality and themselves equally, until the distinction between the caster and their magic blurs into something neither fully human nor entirely elemental. Sandman. The world of Sandman exists as interlocking realms where abstract concepts manifest as conscious entities. Our familiar reality is merely one plane among infinite others, including the dreaming, a malleable dimension that both reflects and influences the waking world. Here, the boundaries between what is real and what is imagined blur until the distinction becomes meaningless. Gods rise and fall with human belief, while endless beings embody fundamental aspects of existence itself. Magic flows from stories and belief, from the collective unconscious of all sentient beings. The most terrifying practitioners understand that reality itself is merely consensus, a shared dream that can be rewritten. Dream's tools, his helm, ruby, and sand pouch, allow manipulation of the stuff of creation itself, reshaping minds and matter alike. Those who wield such power risk becoming lost in possibilities, their identities dissolving as they manipulate the dreams that define existence. This system represents the horror of solipsism, the terrible suggestion that reality may be nothing more than subjective experience, making existence itself fundamentally unstable. The greatest power comes from understanding that the boundaries between dreams and reality are illusions, but this knowledge destroys the certainties that make consciousness bearable. And those who gaze too deeply into dreams find themselves becoming characters in stories. The Magicians. The world of the Magicians presents contemporary Earth with a brittle veneer, concealing magical realms accessible only to those with both technical brilliance and psychological damage. Behind manicured hedges of exclusive schools lie portals to Fillory, a Narnia-like realm where whimsy masks cosmic horror. This reality exists as a multi-layered deception where quests and magical creatures distract from the void lurking beneath existence itself. Magic manifests through precise finger positions, obscure languages, and complicated mathematical formulas requiring perfect execution. The magical gift comes most often to the traumatized and depressed, brilliant minds seeking escape from emotional pain. Using magic feels simultaneously like ecstatic fulfillment and self-destruction, leaving practitioners emotionally hollowed. The most powerful spells require horrific sacrifices: blood, sanity, or the capacity for human connection. This system embodies the horror of disillusionment, how achieving your deepest desire often destroys your capacity to enjoy it. Magic offers everything while taking away the ability to appreciate anything, trapping practitioners in spirals of escalating power and diminishing returns.
Subscribe for more interesting stuff. Tell us your experience in the comments.